Hey everyone, Mocha here. Um, I'm recovering from a bit of sickness, so I thought I'd just record a video instead of just do a bunch of editing, all my quick cuts and that, just so it's a bit easier for me. But I just wanted to make a little video. I guess this is a kind of is it just me, or is this really bother me kind of thing? Yeah, I was thinking of making a video on my life and how transphobia affects it. Because recently I've just been seeing so much hate online, be it on YouTube or social media, just all of it, and I'm sick of it, dude. I'm sick of it, and I try and look up things that fuck. Like the thing that kicked this whole video off was so I was watching like the Game Awards a couple of days ago, and then I saw they're adding J.K. Rowling's series into Fortnite. And it's not only that. There's other instances I've seen of just seeing a profit of stuff. Like I've seen a Krispy Kreme promotion. I've seen like Haribo promotions and that. I've seen all these promotions and stuff, and just knowing that the profits from that goes towards funding someone who actively funds things that makes life harder for me. It just kind of bums me out. And then just I try and find help online about it, and I try and talk to people, and they're either ignorant about it, they don't want to talk about it, or I don't know, just given up. I don't know. I'm just sick of seeing it, dude. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna go over I don't know a brief summary of my life so far and what's led me to where I am today. Then I'll talk a little bit about some of the transphobia that I face, and yeah, I don't know. I just want to get it off my chest because it's weighing me down, dude. It's weighing me down, and I just need it out there. I was born in 1991. I was a single child. Uh, my family consisted of my mum, my granddad, and my nan. Yeah, we just lived in the same house together. I had a couple of like friends around me, so, like neighborhood kids. There was like one that well, I really got along with. Didn't really get along with many other ones really. In school, I got together with a couple of friends there, and we kind of formed a little group. And yeah, when I lived with all of them in my grandparents' house, yeah, I just had this feeling that I wasn't really in the right body, really. Like I knew nothing about being trans or having gender dysphoria or anything. I just felt like I wasn't in the right body, really. And at the time, the school that I went to was kind of religious. I think a lot of British schools are like that. I don't know if they're like it now, but they were back in the day. And we were taught to like pray to God and stuff. And I remember for I think it was like for birthdays or for Christmases, I always wished and prayed to God that that I was the opposite gender. And I done it for several years. And after it for so long, I thought, oh, I don't believe in this anymore because they're not answering my calls. So I don't believe any of it. So I kind of just thought, oh, it's just not a passing phase. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it. And hope it'll go away. And then eventually my mum got a boyfriend, and we had to like, move away from that neighbourhood, which caused me to fall out of contact with most of my friends around then. And so I was pretty isolated from everyone else. Uh, and then this goes into my teen years. We started secondary school, And the start of secondary school was alright. I reconnected with my friend group again. We were like that for a couple of years. Eventually, around like year 9, I think, so when you get to choose your own like classes, that's when I stopped really hanging out with any of them because they were all making friend groups like, elsewhere and all that. So I spent a good like year or two like alone, really. Like, there was a couple of instances where I hung out with people, but there was very few far between, and I didn't really talk to my mum or anyone at home really. Just stuck to myself. I was played games really. It was my way to escape like reality really. It's like I guess coping mechanism. And during school, I remember there was like some flamboyant boys there. You know, that they just didn't give a fuck. They're just being them, you know, just living the best life and that. And I could not stand them. I could not stand them at all because I was so jealous of that. I was so jealous that I couldn't be like that. So I was holding myself back. Like, looking back, I probably would have rather have been friends with them, to be honest. I didn't really talk to them or anything, but yeah, I think it would have been nice. But nah, I just felt angry that they all live in their best life. No, I just wasn't. I was just miserable and lonely, and I just this innate desire to angry and annoyed that they're living their best life. I'm being miserable, and I don't. And I want to achieve what my mind thought at the time as impossible. And I just could not stand it, dude. I could not stand it. Which I feel like is where a lot of the hate comes from, really. It comes from like jealousy. You're jealous of those around you or those that you see. You see them not happy, and you're not happy at all. I really think that's what it is. Yeah, I've never really done much with it really. Eventually, I went to college. Again, I had like no real friends at this point. I was just all alone. I met a couple new friends there. That I done like computers for a year or so, and then what is it? I was told I could go to level 2 computers, but the problem was that some of the people there were a bit shit. Like one of the people there kind of got me in trouble with the law because they changed like stickers on like products, and then they bought it like cheaper. And then since I was with them, I got talking to the police, which was interesting. I'm thankful I got let go because I it was like a first sort of thing really. Yeah, I just didn't want to go back to class because of that person specifically, really. So I done media studies for a couple of years, and I saw some of my friends from secondary school, and I was like, all right, I'll hang with them. I didn't really say I wanted to hang with me, but it's all I had. I just wanted to be there, you know, just hanging out. Because my alternative was that I stay at home and get berated that I don't have a job or anything. So I just stayed on the college programs really. I try to learn as much as I could. Learn a bit about video editing and image editing and that. if I were to do it again, I'll probably do art, like digital art. But around this time though, I came up to my mum as a trans, because around this time, it's like mid 2000s. All we really had was forums, so I found like a couple of forums online, discussing about like cross-dressing and all that, and there was like a topic about trans, and I thought that was that's me, right? That's me. So I don't know, I brought it up to her when I was out at the zoo once. It wasn't really a good idea to do it publicly. She was kind of had a non-response at first. We didn't really say much until we got home. And when we got home in the evening, she basically bawled her eyes out at me. She just could not understand me at all. Thought I was going crazy because I didn't really talk to her much. She didn't really know me, really. And she just thought that she's gonna lose me forever, kind of thing. So she took me to this place for mental health. Now, this place for mental health was for I feel like it was for insane people. It wasn't. I don't think it was really well researched. But they kept talking to me about arson and I don't know, just murder. Cause all like the really bad ones. And I was like, oh god, if I tell them about stuff, they might lock me up in a fucking asylum, hey. So I just suppressed it. I was like, no, I just denied all of it. And then this led to my mum taking me to like family counselling. We just went back and forth about it. Nothing was really solved. Ever since then, we've not really had the best relationship. Like, we barely like talk to each other. Maybe we talk to each other on birthdays and Christmas time. So it's like 3 or 4 times a year. And we've not seen each other for about 5, roughly. It sucks. I do want to see her. I think we are growing a little bit closer, like year by year, but I don't know, it's still a lack of communication. It sucks, dude. It sucks. I just want to talk to her. Back to college days. Near the end of it, I thought, well, we've got that whole thing going on. I don't know how much longer my mum's gonna tolerate me living in my house, because I live with her, a boyfriend, and my 2 siblings. And I thought, if this keeps up, he's going to throw me out. He's gonna throw me out. So I started looking for people to date, so I could I don't know, prove to her that, you know, I'm actually doing something in my life and that she won't hate me or whatever. And so I went online dating. I met 3 different people. The first one lasted like a day. I came to my town and we hung for a bit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then in the evening, we just said, oh, let's just be friends, whatever. Kind of lost it after that. But then I had another date the following year. And they were like a month or so. They were like a, in quotes, conventionally attractive person. And they were like halfway across the country. And I even not met them. I went all the way to the other side of the country just to see him. And I hung with him for a bit. I sit around the house. And then I went back, whatever. And then I learned that they were cheating on me with someone else. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay, well, fuck you, I guess. Just going hard across the country means nothing to you. So I just stopped talking to him. And then my current partner messaged me. You can tell that where this is going. And this was like as I was breaking up with this other person. And yeah, I just started hanging out with my current partner. We went to her town. She came to my town. We went back and forth. We hung at each other's houses and stuff. Our previous partner was like, "Oh, you're moving on too quickly." Yada yada yada. I'm like, "Bitch, bitch." Look in the goddamn mirror. I was just with her, and yeah, we've just been together like since for the past 15 years, 15, 16 years or so. It's pretty nice. And one time, she came around my parents' house, and she forgot to say hi to my mum and that. I don't know, she was a bit anxious, a bit nervous to meet him, so we just kind of didn't. Bit bad, I know, but yeah, they didn't take it well. And the following day, they got so angry at me. They basically said I got so many months to leave, really. So I called it. They were kicking me out of the house. And so I just lived with my granddad for a bit. Yeah, I lived with him for a couple months, really. And then eventually, I was invited to live with my partner in her parents' house. So I just done that for about 2 or 3 years. And it was okay at first, but it got a bit bad. I won't really go into details. But it's a bit of like emotional abuse and stuff. Because they're like stuck in the past. Like the old way of thinking and stuff. Ugh. But during this time though, my desire came back. Like despite me going all the way out my way to I don't know, be in quotes like a normal straight person, I still felt that I was in the wrong body. Now keep in mind I was like 20, 21 at this point. So I'm pretty sure I knew what I was doing, and I talked to my partner about it. She cried a bit. She didn't fully understand it, but then I just told her that, look, at the end of the day, I'm still me. And I love her very much. That's never going to change. That helped. And yeah, she just tried to help me. We got some clothes, we got some makeup stuff. And I learned a bit. But we're doing it in stealth. We didn't want her parents finding out or anything. They never found out whilst we were there, by the way. But yeah, it was interesting. I started feeling like happy. I was feeling very happy during this time. And eventually we moved out, and I could do it a lot less stealthily. Oh yeah, I just told her that, yeah, I think this is how I just want to live. And yeah, she wasn't 100% on board at first, but yeah, eventually came around because she saw how happy it was making me. I wasn't like super depressed and upset. And then we started the process of figuring out the transition stuff. So I went through private healthcare to get medicine, like training and stuff. At the same time, I went through NHS as well because NHS has terrible waiting times. And yeah, it was. I don't know. After that, it wasn't too bad to get to that point. No, I had to wait a bit. No, I joined a couple like friend groups. Around this time, I started like going on social media and stuff. I thought maybe I'll look at start content creation again because I used to kind of like content creation back in my teens. So I did it maybe like a handful of videos for like I don't know studying like editing and stuff. Yeah, after I started my transition for a couple of years, I thought, yeah, fuck it, we'll start streaming. I'll try and make something on myself. And I started streaming for a couple of years, and then where we're at now, is it 7 or 8 years later? Something like that. And during that time, I met so many like wonderful people. I got so many like friends, and I just new connections, and yeah, I'm learning things about myself. I learned I love to draw, so I just become like an artist. But the bad thing I found about streaming, I actually started getting hate from people just because I was trans. Like I used to be on camera, and people would come in and judge my appearance, hate on me for being trans. I got hate raided multiple times. There was one by a YouTuber that had I think he had like 1 million subs at the time. I got caught in a hate raid from him once. He was being very transphobic to me. I banned all of them, by the way. I've had like several other various hate raids from other different fucking people. I just keep having on the odds. One comment, maybe once like a week or two. Luckily, I've got those around me to support me, but it still sucks, and I shouldn't have to deal with that. I'm now realizing shit about the world, about how it gives zero fucks about trans people, and I see it in again in online platforms. I see it in like old movies and TV shows, and I'm shocked that I've never really noticed it before. So I'm trying to fight back against it in my own way, because I can't fight against like the massive like powers that be, but on my own like turf, like my realm with like video games, art, all that. I feel like I can fight a little bit here, which leads me to like the reason I wanted to make the video in the first place. The J.K. Rowling series on Fortnite coming out soon or whatever. Just really pisses me off. It really does. I know a lot of people that play it, and I think a fair amount are just not gonna either play it / not buy anything from it, which I mean is fair enough. That's fair enough, but just the fact it's there, and just I've seen so many like recent videos by people saying, "Hey, the fucking trans lunatics, or the SJWs, the crazy people, whatever, are upset about this, that, and the other." Right, and it's just I'm seeing like nothing like that at all. Just some people getting upset on Instagram and stuff, but beyond that, I'm not seeing any like videos or anything. It sucks because it just feels like you're you're like fighting a losing battle. Like no one's really there like for you. Yeah, because if you don't know, J.K. Rowling recently helped fund a movement in England, and the court ruling says that sex in the UK refers to a person's assigned sex at birth, so not your chosen gender. Which means that for someone like me, I would not be classed as female under the law. I don't know if changing my birth certificate will change that. I'm in the process of changing that, but they keep updating the address. It just makes it harder and harder to change that, and it's really stressing me out. But yeah, it's because of the profits from my works, the games, just all of it, all forms of media that has her series in it is going towards that. And it's the same with the Fortnite thing. Like if you pay for a skin, it's gonna contribute to it. If you keep the series relevant by interacting with it in Fortnite, it's that's just gonna build numbers on it, which again is gonna make it more relevant for Warner Brothers, who are gonna say, "Oh, we're just gonna make more of this," and therefore fund her more, and therefore make it harder for us. It's fucked. It's fucked, dude. Now I know that sure, it's only just one part of a bigger thing, because you've got like crap politicians, there's movements IRL, and that. So really, this is a minor issue, and I get that. I get it, but it's an issue regardless. It's something I can fight against. So I don't know. I just wanted to speak my mind on it and how unhappy with it I am, and I'm just wound up. I'm wound up. I'm sick. It's mainly air my grievances, and the thing is, it has been affecting me in person as well. Like my medicine, recently, like this year alone, has been a bit harder to get because they had to like keep checking that I'm okay for it, because I don't know, they have to test that I'm okay. My dentist recently changed my title from MS to MX. I had to call him out on it and change it back. The doctors like never know what to do with me or what are pronouns or anything to call me. It's just anything healthcare related is just actually fucked. It's fucked. You could thank like little legislations like that deny us for of our rights. So I don't know. Just keep that in mind whenever you decide to interact with that media, or I don't know, just a company that's doing a collab with it, because eventually it's going to come back to hurt people like me. Yeah, that's something I would say. If you do interact with it, if you do play in the Fortnite event, whatever, I don't care. I don't care. But I will not be supporting you during that time, because to be honest, I feel like the lives of real people is more important than just a fucking video game. Anyway, that's all I've got to say, really.